Welcome to Roraima Residence Inn, Roraima Airways, and all that. Tonight, our celebrations are twofold. The 15th anniversary of Roraima Airways and the birthday of Jerry Gavaya. Now, I must tell you, first of all, that Jerry is a little bit older than Roraima Airways. Roraima is 15 and he's 21. The only difference is that Roraima is 15 years old. Jerry is 21 years and about 372 months old, but he's still 21. And this young man, backed by his beautiful wife, in fact, he has to back her. I mean, let me set the record straight. She is really the boss. She is really the one that has us here this evening. Isn't that so, Jerry? Now, you don't dare say no anyway, so. We welcome you this evening to this twofold celebration, a birthday and an anniversary. And what better way to introduce you to Roraima Airways than to look back over the years? Because Roraima Airways has certainly made one of its main goals, one of its mottos, one of its tenets, that of being a fully responsible corporate citizen. And this they have proven over and over again. Medevac trips to the interior, or various assistance, the children at Santa Mission every year, and even during the year. But I don't have to tell you. We'll show you it all on video. And now I'm going to ask Larry to present the Roraima corporate video for you. So your attention, please.
1992, when Captains Jerry and Debbie Gavaya. The company started domestic airlines doing charters and airlines for America and the Caribbean, with particular emphasis on effective clientele, evolving into a group of companies over the years in support of the mining and tourism industry. Roraima Airways employs an array of experienced aviation, food and beverage, tourism, and hospitality staff. The composition of this staff is what distinguishes Roraima Airways as the leader in the Guyanese travel and tourism industry. Captain Jerry Gavaya graduated from the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University as a professional pilot and has over 30 years experience in the aviation industry. He is the chairman and CEO of Roraima Airways, Roraima International Travel Agency, Roraima Ground Handling Services, Roraima Residence Inn, Roraima Tours, and Alpine Nature Resort. He has served as the president of the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana for 4 terms, president of the Caribbean Association of Travel Agents, president of Guyana Association of Travel Agents. He is the current president of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and member of the Executive Council of the Private Sector Commission. The Roraima Airways Group is a diverse and complex group of companies in Guyana involved in the travel and tourism industry with a lot of political integration. This brief video presentation will give you an insight into the group of companies along with its products and services. The group comprises 6 distinct entities: Roraima Airways, domestic and international chartered airline, involved in providing tours to Kaito Falls and other natural and man-made wonders. The company also provides medical evacuation services to transport the sick out of the hinterland to local and regional hospitals. Roraima Residence Inn, a boutique hotel offering highly personalized accommodation services, complimentary high-speed internet access, and continental breakfast. The rooms are fully air-conditioned and equipped with modern amenities such as satellite TV, coffee maker, and microwave ovens for added convenience. Our Point Nature Resort is an ideal getaway for nature lovers and adventure enthusiasts. Guests can stay overnight or just for the day and participate in a range of fun-filled activities. Daytime activities include hiking, mountain biking, kayaking, pedal boating, and bird watching, among others. At night, guests can relax and enjoy a bonfire dinner or take the creatures of the night expedition into the rainforest. This eco-nature resort is also perfect for special events such as company retreats and weddings. Roraima International Travel Agency is a full-service IATA-accredited destination management company. We represent all major airlines such as North American Airlines, Caribbean Airlines, American Airlines, British Airways, Air Canada, LIA, and Constellation Tours, with onward connections to US, Europe, Canada, and South America. Our customers enjoy unmatched personalized service from professionally trained and experienced travel agents. Stylish and elegant are just a few of the words guests use to describe the Roraima Airways Executive Lounge. This first-class departure lounge offers the best in hospitality service, along with complimentary beverages, snacks, and internet access while you await your flight. Access to the lounge is complimentary for first-class passengers of Caribbean Airlines, North American Airlines, multi-pass members, and Club Caribbean members, just to name a few. Travelers can also sign up to the Roraima Airways Executive Club Card, which has other value-added benefits. The Roraima ground handling division at the airport in Tamari provides customer service, grooming, and baggage handling services for international commercial airlines and private jets. This division is the fastest growing area of the company and has a list of clientele including Zoom Airlines, North American Airlines, and Primaris. Private clients have included the Duke of York and the President of Mexico.
We want to be on top of the world and on earth. Want to go around the world on the grind.
Roraima Airways, Roraima Residence Inn, Roraima Baggage Handling, Roraima Travel Agency, and of course Roraima Tours and Resorts. And now we are going to deviate a bit from this program. That's my right, that's my privilege, that's my thing. And I'm going to ask someone who has certainly been a part of the development of Roraima Airways to say a few words, and then we will look at another presentation that Larry has prepared for us. And I'm going to ask this person, and let me put in a personal thing, please, Jerry. In Canada, some years ago, we were doing the Link Show, and without the help of this particular gentleman who was there at the time, we would not have been successful. Jeff De Silva has always been a very humble, a very, very helpful person, a tremendous guy to know. And I think Jerry is proud to know that Jeff has been a part and parcel of the development of Roraima Airways. So Jeff De Silva, will you come forward?
Thank you very much. Jerry Gabaya has been an inspiration both to many Guyanese in the private sector and also in the public sector. Because when we are working with partners from different government agencies or semi-autonomous agencies, when we interact with people like Jerry Gabaya, it gives us a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. He is a great ambassador for Guyana. I know about the great work that he has done in Canada and in the Caribbean in promoting our country. Jerry is never afraid to talk about the problems and the challenges as well. He doesn't just paint a rosy picture. He paints a full and accurate picture of our country so people feel, yes, this is a person we can deal with, we can work with him. And many of us, I think all of you know that he's now the honorary consul for Barbados in Guyana. And I don't think they could have chosen a better representative. So all in all, Jerry, congratulations, first on your birthday and on the first 15 years. And we are looking for at least another 50 years. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jeff. It was hard work, it was dedication, it was commitment on the part of Jerry and Debbie and their staff. And certainly, we can look back on the 15 years, and I'm going to ask Jerry to come forward, because we're going to look back at the 15 years of Roraima Airways and the various aspects of the operations. And I'm going to ask Jerry to describe for us, as we move along, what has happened. Now that is Jerry. Believe it or not, it's not his son, that is actually Jerry.
And who is this? First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. This is actually a very special time.
for myself and more particularly for Roraima Airways. This is in fact our 15th anniversary, and it's been a long journey. And I think we have maybe about 95% of the 125 staff of Roraima here tonight. And we started with 4 members of our staff in 1992. And so it's been a long journey from 1992 to 2007. And there have been a lot of people who have been instrumental in the development of Roraima, and more particularly in the development of me personally. And as I go along, you'll hear about that. But I just want to take you through a quick look at history of Roraima. Right, Larry? This actually makes me remember Norman McLean, because he's actually one of the people who has been extremely instrumental in my own development, both in national service and in the Army. National service, in fact, is one of the most spectacular training grounds for young people in Guyana. And in fact, I was just in the Caribbean, and the Caribbean is looking for some kind of training ground like we had in national service. And so Norman McLean, he headed national service when I was a young man, and national service became it was a very instrumental and very educational tool for me. Hold it. And so it was started in 1992. And people ask me why Roraima. Well, many years ago, when I was a young lieutenant in the Army, there was a pilot who was flying between Anna Regina and Mount Roraima, and he was taking some tourists to Mount Roraima, and the plane disappeared. A lot of you remember Henry Fitt. And during the search and rescue for Henry Fitt, different pilots were given different areas along the route of the flight. And my own route, or my own search area, was Mount Roraima, the destination where the pilot was going. And I remember I got there in the afternoon and we could not see anything because it was all covered in clouds. I've never seen Mount Roraima before, and I only heard about the folklore, born in the land of the mighty Roraima and so on. And so when I got there the afternoon, we couldn't see the mountain. So we landed at Philippi and we overnighted. And next morning, I got up very early with one person in the aircraft and decided we were going to probe through the clouds to see if we could get to the mountain. And when we took off and turned back, it was amazing. Mount Roraima was standing in all its glory. And Mount Roraima is one of the most spectacular sights. This is the mountain that sits between Guyana, Venezuela, and Brazil. This is where the borders of the two countries meet. But Mount Roraima is spectacular. National Geographic has been there maybe 20 times. And when I saw Mount Roraima, and as I got closer and closer to Mount Roraima, the rocks in the mountain were so spectacular that I came back from that. We didn't find Henry Fitt, unfortunately. But I came back inspired by Mount Roraima and the folklore. And so when it was time for me to form my own company, Roraima stood out. Venezuela owned 60% of that mountain, 65%. Venezuela owned 25%. Guyana owned 25% and Brazil owned the rest of it. And we have a lot of folklore. Brazil named an entire state after Mount Roraima. And in Guyana, we have not really pay a lot of tribute to that mountain. And so when Roraima Airways was formed, it was named after Mount Roraima. And when we started, in fact, we just started at the time, Golden Star, Guyana was doing a lot of mining and it was changing in the country at the time. And we started to provide air transportation services for the mining companies. And so there's another gentleman who was extremely instrumental in my own life, Tony McDeasy, who I worked with for many years, and then came Benny Sankar. Benny Sankar was just absolutely phenomenal in helping us as we move Roraima Airways forward, and we were using his planes, we were leasing his planes from his company to provide the services to our clients. And that is how Roraima Airways got started. This is some of our early staff. Those of you who recognize Jillian, where is she? She's hiding somewhere in the corner there. And Roraima Airways was started at a time when we started as well. Now, when we started providing the air transportation services, a lot of our companies that we were servicing also wanted us to provide a travel agency services to them because they wanted to deal with the international tickets. And so we And tandem with starting the small charter service, we also started the airline. And then we had companies coming in with their own aircraft, and they wanted ground handling services at the international airport. Now I understood very clearly that the three big companies in Guyana at the time, Cayman Sankar Air Services and Trans-Guyana, were owned by people who had other businesses. And it became very clear to me that you needed to diversify to survive in aviation in Guyana. And so very early, the strategy was to diversify, but we wanted to diversify within the travel and tourism industry to keep the vertical integration in line and all the synergies in the services. So we started to develop the ground handling operations at the airport too. And this was the ground handling staff at the airport. So we had Debbie Gavaya, who was a pilot, and she was also Timeri loading bags and cleaning planes, and Jillian, and the rest of the staff, and you can see there, Andrew and Joan, and Debbie, remind me, the staff. Jillian, what was her name again? You don't remember again. That's good. And then this was Arrow Point. Those of you who have been to Arrow Point will probably not recognize this, but this is what Arrow Point was like when we got there. In fact, this is about a week after we got there where we started building it up. And it started at the family retreat where I took my kids out on the weekends because we wanted them to go out and stay flat-footed, so to speak. Now, those of you who know Arrow Point today, Arrow Point is one of the major resorts in the country, and you'll see it as it's developed. Let's go. We lived under that tarpaulin for quite a long time. And then we started building the main lodge, and the resort developed from there. So at the same time, we had the airline going, the travel agency going, the ground handling. We were developing Arrow Point at the time as a family retreat. And then, you know, the concept of operating your business with a social conscience and corporate social responsibility is something that we take very, very serious. It's not an investment, it's not a strategy by Roraima, it's a way of life. And in fact, for me personally, because I think people who served in the army will tell you 90% of your life you spend giving back to the communities and so on. So when Roraima Areas was started, a lot of my training of national service in the army came in, and giving back to the communities around us and helping the community was first and foremost in my mind. And so adopting the school at Santa Mission was a natural progression for Roraima. And when we did that, we did a lot of work with the children. We built a library in the community along with CIMAP, and we had the books donated, so we did a lot of partnershiping with people. And today, the kids at Santa Mission, their educational, their exam grades have been climbing steadily. And that is something we're very proud of, our relationship with the community where Arrow Point was developed. Go ahead, Larry. I want to say about our medical evacuation service. In fact, medical evacuation, again, is one of the things that we do. Coming out of the army is something we have learned to do, and where you actually go into the jungle at night and there's no navigation aids and there's no lights. And so we work with the communities in there to light the bottle lamps, and the pilots will basically navigate their way into the jungle at night and to extract sick people. In fact, I don't know if CN Sharma was here. He always wanted to go with me, and one night I took him. He promised he'd never come back again. Because when we were landing at Port Kaituma, a truck drove on the runway just before we were about to land. But when he realized that we were also saving people's lives, I think he understood what we were doing. But the point I'm making to you about corporate social responsibility is we were putting our entire investment on the line, and as pilots, we would fly that plane ourselves, so we were also putting our lives on the line to provide a service to our community. And I think that's something we're very proud of in Roraima. So when we got the helicopter, it's something we started to do quite extensively. Medical evacuation services out of the jungle. Roraima was started alongside Omai Gold Mines. Omai Gold Mines actually financed the first aircraft, the second aircraft that Roraima had, because the first aircraft was acquired from Benny Sankar. And one night, returning from the mine, I had a very serious accident in the jungle, which I survived. And this is one of Benny Sankar planes, in fact. Luckily at the time, the only helicopter in the country was Roraima's helicopter, and that is the one that rescued us. And that is just coming out of the crash site after spending 15 hours on the ground. After this, Ben Sankar actually, with a lot of concessional financing, actually financed me and allowed me to buy my first aircraft, which was the Cessna 402, our executive Cessna 402. And we provided a wide range of services across the Caribbean and Guyana and South America with that aircraft for many years. Go ahead, Ray. And then this is the Islander that was bought, and this Islander became the backbone of our operations, where we were servicing the mining companies, tourism, and the timber companies in the hinterland of Guyana. And the company was growing. And I told you about Mount Roraima. In fact, I remember about a week or two before our 30th independence anniversary, I sat with my senior staff and we were saying, what could we do to contribute to the independence celebration of our 30th anniversary? And the GDF will normally plant a flag on Mount Ghana. And I always wondered why they never did it to Mount Roraima, because Mount Roraima belongs to Guyana. 25% of that mountain belongs to Guyana. There are some people who thought that we should not go. And we devised a plan to go and plant the flag of Mount Roraima. We got President Jagan at the time, Cherry Jagan, to become the patron for that expedition. And we went to Mount Roraima and planted the flag in recognition of our 30th independence anniversary. And it was done in collaboration with the private sector and the Private Sector Commission. And at the time, Maniram Prasad he was the chairman of the Private Sector Commission, and he was also very involved in this expedition. This actually was a very historic picture. You have Mr. Hoyt and President Jagan and myself in the middle there when we were joining hands to symbolically do the hug across Guyana. And that was the ceremony marking the expedition. And then this is our second major challenge, when this was the first hijacked aircraft that ever happened in the history of Guyana. When we chartered our plane, and the plane went into the jungle, and the people chartered the plane actually pulled the guns to the pilot, put the guns to the pilot heads, and demanded that they fly them out of Guyana. We had a pilot by the name of Frank Rowe, and Frank Rowe pretended, or maybe did not understand what they were saying, and got the hijackers so upset with him that they actually landed back the aircraft and kicked him out of the aircraft, he and his co-pilot, and they flew the plane away. And that was one of the major obstacles of Roraima, because it hit the bottom out of us, because we had to be making the payments on this aircraft. When we were launching our travel agency, we also got financing to buy the second Islander. The same day the Islander was arriving in Guyana, it's the same day we were launching our travel agency that had just been accredited by IATA. It's the same day that we got the news that they found our hijacked aircraft in the jungles of Colombia. And this was the ceremony in front of, we had just gotten the news when this picture was taken that we found Romeo Alpha. And this is the third aircraft that arrived in Guyana. And then in January, when we got that word, I had to fly to Colombia to work with the Colombian military to extract the plane out of the jungle of Colombia. This is when the aircraft, the hijackers took 4 hours to fly the aircraft out of Guyana, across Venezuela into Colombia. I took 13 hours to fly this aircraft back into Guyana, because of course I had to go the legal way, which is across the mountains of Colombia, and then come back around the Atlantic into Guyana. And this was the ceremony to mark the return of Romeo Alpha to Guyana. And then we had our 5th anniversary, and the staff of Roraima. And some of the staff have recognized themselves, like Mr. Mackenzie, Gillian, and so on. And those of you remember, Camille, go ahead. Then our Point Nature Resort was transformed from a family resort after my kids left for school in Canada, and it was launched as an eco resort here in Guyana. And then the construction of the Roraima Residence Inn started, because of course as we were putting together our tourism packages, and tourism was becoming more and more prevalent in Guyana, we were slowly putting the pieces for the circle of services, and the hotel was built then. And that is a time as well when the Guyana civil aviation system was changed, and we went through the entire preparation for our air operator certification was issued at that time. And then the International Airport has put up a tender, a bid for the construction operation of the executive lounge at the airport. Roraima bid for that contract. We won it, and the construction was started. And the Roraima Residence Inn was opened. It was a very fun time. We were younger then. Arrow Point Nature Resort, we invited the EPA in because we believed in the whole concept again of corporate social responsibility. We believe operating environmentally compliant was important, and we approached the EPA and asked them to certify Arrow Point. So we went through the entire certification process by the EPA. And the executive lounge was opened. And today, it provides a real haven for the traveler going through the international airport. And I think, like you were told, this is for the airline first class and business passengers, and also people who join the Roraima as club members. You have access to the lounge at the airport. Those of you will also know that 5 private sector operators leased the Oval Airport from the government of Guyana. That airport is completely transformed from how it was, and there has been a massive amount of construction and upgrading of the Oval Airport to become an international airport. And you saw the Roraima Airways office, and that is our new office building at Oval. And soon we'll be putting the hangar. And our ground handling operations at the Tulare Airport. You're seeing here the ground handling staff and the equipment in operation. And today, 15 years after, Roraima is looking forward to 2008 with a lot of excitement. In fact, we have been doing some revolutionizing of our operations, and you will see a short video on the new aircraft that Roraima Airways is about to import into Guyana. It's called the M28 Skytruck, and I wanted to share it with you at this time. They're just setting it up. Ron, you could take back over and then.
Thank you very much. Highlighted the fact that Roraima Airways is indeed not because other people do it or it's a strategy. It's a part of their way of life, corporate citizenship. And Roraima Airways, in its vision statement, says that it will continue to conduct its businesses with a social conscience and a high level of social responsibility as we expand our range of services in the travel and tourism industry. And certainly this has been endorsed, as we saw over the past 15 years. Now, Jerry, let's look to the future.
into and back out of short runways and remote airfields around the world. The only airplane for the job, the M28 Skytruck. It gets you in and it gets you back out. The FAA certified M28 Skytruck. Strong, powerful, immensely capable, solid craftsmanship and state-of-the-art technology have come together to create a brand new aircraft that can meet your mission like no other. The M28 Skytruck raises the bar on short takeoff and landing performance. With its high wing, large Fowler flaps, aerodynamically deployed forward slats and spoilers, the proven power and reliability of two Pratt & Whitney PT6A-65B turboprops, mated to a pair of Hartzell 5-bladed propellers. Skytruck's STOL capability is unmatched by any other aircraft in its class. Loaded with 19 passengers, or 5,070 pounds, 2,300 kilos of cargo, the M28 Skytruck gets you out of runways as short as 845 feet, or 257 meters. With a ground roll of only 780 feet, or 237 meters, the Skytruck routinely gets you into runways that other aircraft can't dream of. Skytruck's heavy-duty trailing link main landing gear, low-pressure tires, ABS braking, and steerable nose wheel translates to a safe operation every time. The M28 Skytruck is a truly great flying airplane. Its excellent control characteristics and performance throughout its speed range make it an extremely safe airplane to fly, a big plus when operating into short, remote airfields. The Skytruck's docile handling characteristics and powerful Pratt & Whitney engines give it the ability to do something single-engine competitors can't. Continue their takeoff after an engine failure. Whether you are moving people or cargo, the M28 Skytruck delivers the performance and capabilities you're looking for. With its standard commercial seating configuration, the Skytruck can carry up to 19 passengers in comfort. The Skytruck's cabin is big on volume. 480 cubic feet of interior space virtually swallows cargo. And the large powered rear cargo doors offer Skytruck operators a versatile range of cargo options. The optional powered hoist permits a minimal ground support crew to complete loading and unloading quickly. The M28 Skytruck provides a truly versatile platform that easily meets a variety of operators' needs and mission profiles. The Skytruck's large, comfortable cabin can hold up to 6 military-style stretchers, or it can carry up to 5,070 pounds of medical and relief supplies to stricken areas. The M28 Skytruck can be outfitted with a variety of external surveillance radomes, searchlights, thermal imaging sensors, and video observation systems. The Skytruck's docile slow-speed handling and fully opening rear cargo doors make it the perfect platform for paratroop operations. The M28 can be equipped with an internal 553 US gallon or 2,090 litre tank that will permit the aircraft to transport fuel, chemicals or gasoline to remote locations. A spray boom attachment permits the Skytruck to efficiently disperse pesticides or defoliants. The Skytruck will soon be certified with Whippier standard or amphibious floats, making it ideal for island and bushplane operations, oil and gas exploration, and as a fish spotter. The The Skytruck is built to be as efficient on the ground as it is in the air. To minimize ground handling times, the aircraft comes with a number of features, including fuselage-mounted single-point refueling, external headset and ground power access for easy ground handling, passenger air stairs for a comfortable boarding experience, and underfloor cargo pod and rear cargo doors for ease and speed of loading. The M28 Skytruck is the ultimate high-utility, true STOL aircraft. Entering the 21st century, it is the logical replacement for aging Twin Otters and CASA 212s. With its twin-engine safety and unmatched ability to get 19 passengers or 5,070 pounds of cargo out of runways as short as 845 feet, nothing gets you in and back out again like the new Skytruck. The truly amazing M28 Skytruck is here, ready to go to work where you need it. To find out all you need to know about this extraordinary aircraft, visit our website, www.skytruck.us.
Florida. We went to Poland and we visited the factory, and I just came back from Florida where I flew this aircraft, and it really is everything you've seen. It's a remarkable aircraft, and it really raised the bar in safety in Guyana, over in the airstrips we operate, and the kind of conditions that we operate here in Guyana. It's a wonderful aircraft.
So I welcome my good friend Maniram Prasad, Minister of Tourism.
Thank you very much, Ron. You see, I promised Ron this tie when I was in the private sector. But now we're working with government and the government salary, I really can't afford a tie. So when I go back to the private sector, Ron, you'll probably get your tie. Thank you, Ron. Debbie, Jerry, special invitees, colleague ministers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be here this evening at this residence because many years ago, in fact, I knew Jerry and Debbie before they were married. Not that I'm as old as them, but I knew them a very long time ago. And I knew when Jerry was contemplating to buy this property from one Mr. Alfred Gordike many years ago. And he was very worried about how he will pay the mortgage. He was a young lieutenant in the army. And I said, Jerry, you've got to buy this place. We'll get the mortgage for you. We'll organize things. But Jerry was worried about the financial aspect. However, he did buy the place. And this is what we see today after many years. He started Roraima Airways, Roraima Travel Service, now Roraima Residence Inn. He's got the lounge at the airport. He's buying more aircraft, and he's developing. This is a true success story of a young man who is a real roots man, starting out from scratch, and with the help of his beautiful wife and dedicated wife and hard-working wife, Jerry has grown from strength to strength. Throughout all these years, Jerry remained my very close friend. And when I went abroad, Jerry was in contact with me when I came back. When I went to the Chamber of Commerce, we were together. When I left the Chamber of Commerce, Jerry took over as president, and we worked very close through all these years. Right now, Jerry is playing a very important role in the tourism industry, not only because of the services he provides. He's got a Point, the resort, but he's probably the only business, the only entrepreneur in the entire Caribbean. I've been checking it out this afternoon, that has got a complete range of tourism services. From the time you arrive at Shadijagan International Airport, he's the handling agent, takes you to Harry Point, takes you to Residence Inn, does everything. Fly you to Kaishore with his aircraft, and it's a complete service. Jerry is an enterprising businessman, and tonight is his birthday. I wish him a happy birthday. I wish the company, Roraima Group of Companies, all the success that it truly and rightfully deserve. 15 years in existence, the group of companies, and especially tonight, prize-giving award ceremony to his loyal and faithful employees who sometimes work 24 hours and sometimes for several days. I will say that in Guyana, Jerry is probably one of the best employers that you can find. One of the best employees that you can find. And that is why his staff turnover is so low. They're well paid, I'm told, and I know. And Jerry has got a far way to go. The greatest attribute that I can say about Jerry, apart from being a friend, a businessman of high standard, is that Jerry is a true patriot of Guyana. He's a well-rounded citizen and a patriot of Guyana. And Jerry, I would like to once more wish you a very, very happy birthday. Debbie, I think you deserve a national award for staying so long with Jerry. You must be commended because you're the backbone of the company. And I wish you, the family, and the Roraima Group of Companies and its staff all the success for the future. Thank you very much.
Indeed, Jerry, thank you, Minister Prashad. Indeed, looking at Jerry over the years, looking at the photographs, and looking at him now, he certainly is a very rounded figure. Indeed. And we do congratulate you, Debbie. You said that Debbie deserves a national award. I agree with you. Nothing less than the OE, not Order of Excellence, Order of Endurance. Now we come to a very important part. Perhaps some would say, in spite of all the speeches, in spite of the level of persons who have spoken, including CEO Jerry, I think that both Jerry and Debbie would agree with me that this is perhaps the most important part of this evening's celebration. And that is honoring those persons who have stuck with the Roraima Group and have made it, or helped to make it, what it is today. Because without these hardworking, committed individuals, I don't think Jerry and Debbie could ever have dreamt of reaching this high and this far. And so I'm going to ask Debbie to come forward and...
Dolly. We know her as Dolly, but her name is Edward Meek. Now we have done plaques specially for each one and every one of our awardees, and we have written a little thing for them. Dolly, we would like to express our appreciation for your commitment and dedication as we work together in the development of this company. You have shown in many ways your great work attitude with long hours and great understanding during the construction phase and during the busy times without complaints. You're always there when needed, and we can never thank you enough. You have also proven that you're a true Roraima team member, which was reflected on numerous occasions when you did not back down on any tasks or situations presented to you. Thanks for taking such personal interest in keeping the high standards in housekeeping at the Roraima Residence Inn. We're extremely proud to present you with this award for your dedication and commitment during the development of a Roraima Group of Companies. Jillian Chase, Jilly as we all know her.
Sorry?
I'll give it.
Huh? I
Jayan, we would like to express our appreciation for your loyalty, dedication, and commitment working alongside us since the beginning of Roraima Airways. You consistently demonstrate these qualities in everything you do for the company with great pride, and as such, you are most treasured as a Roraima team member. You have worked diligently throughout the years without any complaints, to the point where now we rely and trust you immensely to run Roraima International Travel Agency solely. We cannot express how grateful we are to you for your discipline, maturity, and non-acceptance of mediocrity. It's comforting to have a person like you to watch over the company, as we are confident that you take the company's interests at heart. Your attitude towards trying to maintain a friendly environment and to remind other staff of customer service and the high standard that you strive for is of great value to us. As a true Roraima team member, your undying loyalty cannot be measured, and you're extremely valuable to the Roraima group of companies. We're extremely pleased to present this award to you for the longest years of service, and most of all, for the countless contribution towards the growth and development of the Roraima group of companies.
One.
We put him over here so that he does pass it over.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Manager. Echo Bravo. Yes. Barry, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to you for your dedication, commitment, and loyalty during your long years working alongside us. You have proven that you are truly a Roraima member, and you're a perfect example of Roraima Airways culture. We have come to rely on you greatly for the way you use your initiative to get things done, the long hours you work, and most of all, getting the job done without complaints. You have contributed in immeasurable terms with your enthusiasm and professional approach to the ground handling operation at Shelly Jagan International in its efficient and safe operation. It is with great pleasure that we would like to present this award to you for your most outstanding work attitude and contributions towards the growth of the Roraima group of companies. Thank you, Eddie. I'd like to ask Mr. Minister Mansoon Ali to do the next few presentations. Lala, we would like to thank you for your hard work and dedication working alongside us in the growth of the Roraima group of companies. You have demonstrated that you have the ability to learn quickly and to be responsible while performing your duties. It is also noted that you can always be depended on, especially when you're called out on short notice for medical evacuations. And for this, we are truly grateful. We are pleased to present you this award for your commitment and for your contributions beyond the call of duty. Okay, we have Andrea finally, our housekeeping assistant. Andrea, we'd like to express our sincere gratitude for your hard work, dedication, and loyalty that you have clearly shown since being with the Roraima group of companies. It is especially noted your attitude of friendliness and customer orientation, which can be judged from the clients and for your forever smiling face. You have also shown that you are capable of taking up the responsibility for the housekeeping department. It is much appreciated the way you adapt to being called out on short notice to travel to our point and stay for weeks, or go as a Spanish translator on our flights to Venezuela, and even assist in translation for foreign guests at the hotel. And you do this with ease and a smile, even with a family you singularly take care of. You're an extreme great asset with the company, and we would like to present this award to you for your bilingual contributions and your commitment beyond the call of duty. Customer Service Supervisor Kunweri. Hi, Benita. Benita, we would like to express our appreciation for your loyalty, dedication, commitment, and for being a true Roraima team member. We are especially proud to have you on our team as you are a shining example of what can be achieved with the right attitude. You have worked your way up the ladder through the good and bad times, and today you are a stronger person who can achieve anything you set your mind to. You have become one of our most trusted staff, and we know that you can always be relied upon to perform your duties with the highest professionalism and getting the job done in an efficient and organized manner. It is with great pleasure that we present this award to you for your dedication, professionalism, and contribution in the development of the ground handling operations. Thank you. Ms. Paula Martala. Okay. Ken is our Commercial Operations Superintendent. Ken, we would like to thank you for the dedication in your normal duties. It must be noted that your enthusiasm in offering your services at our Point Nature Resort when the company is in its busy season and even during maintenance was most appreciated. You have great potential. As part of the Roraima team, we will be proud to support you in building on that potential. It is also commendable your discipline in being at work on time and your natural ability in dealing with customers. It is with pleasure that we would like to present this plaque to you for your support and dedication beyond the call of duty. And commitment to the Roraima Group of companies. You are hardworking, calm, and show a level of maturity that one can only respect you for it. You conduct your duties with precision, pay keen interest in the maintenance of the vehicle you use, and will do whatever it takes to get the job completed. We are proud that you exercise such discipline and caution while driving, which shows that you have great concern for the safety of the persons you transport. It is noted that you never would leave the company in a difficult situation, and we respect you immensely for your reliability. It is with great pleasure that we present you with this award for your outstanding attitude and your care for the safety of human life. Sonia, we would like to express our sincere appreciation for your loyalty, dedication, and commitment working alongside us during the development of the Roraima Group of companies. You have earned our deepest respect in the way that you have been performing your duties, but most of all, the major improvements you have made in the past few years. You're one of the few persons that have fantastic personality that is so warming and welcoming that people forget their troubles for the moment in time. You're a shining example of what is hospitality. You're so persistent in your achievements that you do not relax until you have ensured that your guests are comfortable and enjoying themselves. You have a stubborn streak about you though, which was demonstrated on numerous occasions when you worked with a broken hand, had major stomachache, but refused to leave because you had guests and even worked limping around with a cast on your foot. It is amazing your dedication that unless you are hospitalized, you will do the tour regardless of what pain you have and words cannot express our gratitude, and we will never forget these times. It is with pleasure that we present this award to you for your outstanding hospitality service and your contribution beyond the call of duty.
I'm looking at your hand, Sonia.
Take your time, take your time.
She can see the back.
All right.
Go. We would like to sincerely thank you for your loyalty and commitment to the Roraima Group of Companies. You have shown great attitude while leading our security team, and we are most grateful to you for the great job that you have been doing while manning the front desk. You're a person that we can depend on for wake-up calls to remind us about things that needs to be done, and most of all for the safety that we feel while sleeping. It is with great pleasure we'd like to present you with this award for your dedication and contribution beyond the call of duty.
Eddie. Eddie, get up on President.
In so many ways that you're a Roraima team member, not only in the way you provide security, but by your attitude and using your initiative. We are extremely pleased that you assist in cleaning the compound, especially when the maintenance personnel is not on duty. Packing or washing coolers with tours, and even helping out with the issuing of items from the bar or stockroom. We have come to trust and rely on you for the various things, but most of all, your observations and comments. It is with pleasure that we award you with this plaque for your commitment and good attitude beyond the call of duty.
Is it?
No.
One of the good-looking files.
Happy birthday.
I know. Alvin, we would like to thank you for the professionalism and commitment that you have demonstrated as a chief pilot and a Roraima team member. Your input into the training of pilots and your attitude on the job, especially when it comes to medical evacuation, where you're out there in the jungle at night knowing the danger but willing nevertheless to save life, can never be measured. You're always willing to go the extra mile to ensure safety and to share your experience and knowledge, and this is much appreciated. It is with pleasure that we would like to present you with this award for your professional contributions towards the safety and growth of the Roraima Group of Companies.
We want to kiss me.
You want me to kiss
I know that.
I'd just like you to know that Mr. Zulfikar is the Director General of the Civil Aviation Department. Thank you, Mrs. Zulfikar.
Thank you.
Okay. Simone, we would like to sincerely thank you for the dedication, commitment, and loyalty that you have shown to us during the years we have worked together. It is greatly appreciated the way you take a personal interest in the food and beverage area and its equipment. But most noticeable is your smile and the way you make the clients comfortable as they start their day at breakfast. You have so much talent, and we are very proud of you with the amazing skills you have acquired during your food and beverage courses. It is most refreshing that you have brought this artistic skill into our restaurant and special events. It is always of interest to hear your opinion on matters relating to catering and decorating, and we think that this is operated in the true sense as a Roraima team member. It is with pleasure that we present to you this plaque for your outstanding artistic contribution and commitment beyond the call of duty.
You're presenting yourself. Picture. Just say why you did it, because she's right there.
Of our customer service agent at the ground handling operations at the Chelly Javen International. Stephen, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for the dedication and loyalty that you have shown as we work together to build a Roraima Group of Companies. You have demonstrated in no uncertain term that you are a quick learner and can cope with any situation when it presents itself. It is quite amazing that for a young man, you possess a calm, mature, and friendly attitude while conducting your duties. You are working your way up the ladder and exercising the patience that it takes to achieve these goals. You have a great attitude, and we are proud to really say you're a Roraima team member. It is with pleasure that we would like to award you for your outstanding work attitude and commitment to this company. Uncle Joe, we would like to thank you for your dedication and loyalty to the Roraima Group of companies. You have demonstrated a high level of discipline while performing your duties as a senior security personnel. And for this, we are extremely comfortable. It is observed that you take pride in what you do, as can be seen by the way you do stock check at the bar, and also by the way you approach situations related to security. We would like to say how much your slogan has impacted our staff and management, and we appreciate the initiative you took in developing it. It is with pleasure that you are presented with this award for your commitment and outstanding work ethics. Okay, and I think Uncle Joe would like to say a few. We would like to express our sincere gratitude for the loyalty and dedication that you have so often shown in quality of work you have produced working alongside us. You're one of the brightest persons that we know, and it is impressive the way you are committed to any task given. We have the utmost confidence in you to look out for the company and its safety in operating. Your knowledge in matters concerning aviation regulations and safety is so vast that you have become a person we depend on immensely. We cannot thank you enough for all your input into the organization of the company, and we are proud of you for being our Roraima team member. It is with great pleasure that we present this award to you for your sterling contributions to the growth and development of the Roraima Group of companies. We would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to your loyalty, dedication, and commitment that you have demonstrated in immeasurable terms conducting your duties alongside us in the building of the Roraima Group of companies. You are the most humble and sincere person that we have had the pleasure of working with, and your calm and quiet disposition is one that we have so much respect and regard for. Your opinion and suggestions are very valuable to us, as you seem to always put so much thought into them. We cannot thank you enough for the way you rise to challenges on a daily basis, or even when left to lead the entire company. You never seem to amaze us with your kindness, and it leaves us speechless when you nominated yourself out on receiving an award due to the fact that we had decided to only give a limited amount for the 15th anniversary of Roraima Airways. Mitra, you have all the special qualities and talents of a great person, and we are so privileged to have you as one of our team members. It is with greatest pleasure that we would like to present this award to you for your outstanding work attitude and sterling contributions to the growth and development of Roraima Airways.
All right, cut it out.
Yes, and that brings us to the end of the award. The awards we presented was the hardest choices we have had to make in a long time. While all of you are special in your own way, and we would like to have presented each and every one with an award, we had to make some choices. And now I'd like to still point out some special people that have made this company or help our company in its growth. I would like to say what a wonderful job the people at the bar are doing. The way they make their surrounding area clean every afternoon. And more so, I would like to say special thanks for Raj for coming in on his off days to help clean and decorate and for coming up with ideas of how things should be. Not to mention cocktails that he had almost perfected with his own ideas of making them more attractive and even finding new names for them. Taking on a new life, and I cannot thank her enough. The plants are healthier, the food is much cleaner, and all of the place is so light now. We've had so many guys that came here to do maintenance, and believe me, none can compare with Sharon. I'm a girl. Well, to me, it does not matter what gender a person is. It is the attitude to the job, and I must say that she does her work with pride and professionalism. Let me enlighten you about Sharon. She worked with us many years ago in tours, and but left to start a family. She's the most versatile person I've known in a long time, who can do just about anything and without supervision. Sharon, I want to say thanks for the great job you're doing and for making this place alive again. Thank you. Special mention also goes out to the chef, Andrew and Cheryl, who are doing an excellent job, not only with the meals, but keeping the kitchen and dining in order. There's an air of cooperation and tranquility in the kitchen that is so pleasant. Joseph, better known as Screech, has a dynamic work attitude and he makes me tired sometimes with his energy. Screech's attitude is he wants things to be prepared, so as soon as he returns from one errand, he must go again. If not, he's upset because he thinks he's wasting the company's money, paying him to sit down. I commend you on your attitude towards your job and I hope you keep this up. I would like to caution you though that even though you're anxious to get things done, I would like you to take time on the road and obey the laws instead of getting hasty with the people on the road. Raj, gosh, to say thanks is an understatement. You're doing an excellent job in keeping the stores well stocked and well packed. I know that purchasing is not easy and there are times you're frustrated in not getting a vehicle to speed up your purchasing, that you leave on your bike just to get it done. The amount of walking and sourcing you have been doing just to cut costs is commendable, as it shows that you have the company's interests at heart. Deepak, even though you're quiet in your corner, do not think that you go unnoticed, and I have great admiration for the way you get your job done with so little fuss that you make it seem so easy. But what is nice is you do all this with a smile and remain so calm. Vadita, what can I say? First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to you. Vadita, you're a marvel by yourself. You keep a tight control on things and never seem flustered. You do things with such ease that I sometimes wonder if you ever get upset over anything. And I especially like how you deal with the staff. Others should take a page out of your book. You have been steadily improving in your ability to understand the management of the Roraima Residence Inn. You have been demonstrating that you can cope with the long hours and the challenges that are thrown at you without complaints. Your attitude in dealing with co-workers is refreshing for a young person in such a position, and I hope you keep that attitude as it will take you far in life. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your success of obtaining your degree in tourism at the University of Guyana. Nicola, you're a wonderful person in many ways, and we depend on you for your resourcefulness. You've been doing a great job trying to cope with the responsibilities of the hotel. Ever since I've known you, Nikki, you have always been one for logistics, and that is one of your most treasured ability. And I would like to suggest that you curb your tone when speaking to staff, as it is one of your downfalls. Dominic, you're an exceptional patient person while driving or at any other task assigned, and you have been offering your services at our point from time to time, which I must appreciate without complaints. Charles, as usual, in your quiet way, you've been doing a great job at keeping the office clean, but also most important is your helpfulness in the kitchen. Pachula, you're doing a great job in the kitchen, and I appreciate your enthusiasm and your friendly and cooperative way. I know there's so many staff, so I would just kind of group them together. From that staff, you've come a long way, and I've noticed not so many mistakes now. All of you have very high spirit, and it would be even better if you take more initiative. Your smile and conduct at the front desk is very important and it is first impression that people see when they enter the office. Ground handling staff. Well, as you know, you're precious to me, and I want to say again what a wonderful job all of you are doing daily, which is demonstrated by the most on-time departures at the airport. I have noticed much more teamwork now and hope that you keep this up. I would like to especially mention the young staff like Dominic, Mark, Raymond, Shalisa for all your long hours at work with no complaints. I know you've been doing a wonderful job with the FedEx flights. I would like to mention Thomas, known as Tomo, for being at work for every flight, committed to your duties and most of all taking care and attention with our equipment, especially the wheelchairs. You're an example to follow. Aziz, you're very thorough in the baggage makeup area, and I especially like the way you use your initiative to do whatever it takes to get the flights out on time. But since you came to this company, you've made a tremendous difference in our equipment.